Dude, I came to check the hoarding out in the shed to document like its current level, and she's got it bolted, which means she's hoarded more. That she wouldn't have bolted if she hadn't hoarded. That means there's filthy bags of shit and rotten food and all that right in there. And I got on video the other day, I think, a rat or squirrel or something, it looked bushy or whatever, ran over here into this pile when she started her car. There was definitely some little creature, and I caught it. Like I think I was already recording. I got it. I'm telling you, she's a hoarder, and I did a really good job. I did like an extra good job cleaning everything up. It's still kind of messy, but I did a good job. Like when I came in, nothing was usable in any of these shelf spaces. You can look at the recent videos to see that it was just all a sea of shit, and some of it's making a comeback, like a little bit, like it is kind of a little bit. Shit really goes over here. Like this whole thing was full of food. It was all expired and fucked off and wasn't doing nothing. And that's where we keep. I'm the one that organized and put all the cooking implements, the silverware together, including the organizer. I bought that just cash out of pocket. It was like $17. That's just out of me. And I paid money for. We both paid money to pay laborers to fix the drawers. I'm in 100, she's in 300, but they're her drawers and they were broken and fucked off. I made a video about all that, but she says when she moved in, they were like that. Like they didn't get broken, they were just like that. So these are all rigged up now, and I had a handyman make brackets and put a slat, like a board slat on them, and they seem to be. They're a little roughshod, but it's okay. Like they work. I don't give a fuck. It's functional. It's right next to the stove. And the same in the bedroom, mine. And I did not break them. They were like that when I moved in. Should we both acknowledge that? There's no debate about that. So I just helped her fix that shit. And she complained about the hoarding the other day. These boxes. This end is all hers. This is the stuff that was in the cabinets in there, and I made places. I made space in there for the dishes and stuff, the pots and pans over there, and that's what all this stuff was. And almost all, like, that's hers, some of this is, but there's a section of here that's me. But I just never settled on. There's some space in the drawers here now, but it's just almost pointless. But every single thing, like this was full of rotten bread. I made video, and you can look, and I'll either post links or it's just on the channel in recent videos. I've got other videos of massive numbers of rotten, not a couple, but dozens, all the way green with mold. And then a separate video on the refrigerator and shit being 5-month-old yogurt and shit. Just on and on and on. And hold on, this one's still not done? And this one's still not done. No one's ever touched this. And there's random crap in there that's open. And there's like a bottle of ketchup I already know. I've looked in here before, and it's, oh, right there it is. It's expired ketchup that now has been there for 4 months that I know of, and who knows how old was when it was put there. And I just never got around to doing that one. But, oh, and this thing had food in it and was full to the brim. Like the whole thing was just, and most of it went to the trash. And that's what she's talking about when she says I threw away other things. So I threw away heavily expired, like comically expired. These are bags too. Like she likes saving bags, so I save a few of them, but we don't need thousands. And she steals inches thick of just solid bags. What the fuck? She'll have a brick of them sitting here. I got pissed over that because it's stealing from the store. I don't I'm poor and I don't shoplift and shit, and I'm careful about being respectful of that. And as far as an environmentalist, like if people want to understand that, look, this shit is rotten. This shit is rotten black and drippy. Ugh. And I've showed in the other videos, every bit of this just fucking covered. And I bought this hutch, and she's throwing a fit. She's taking the microwave now. But the microwave went in here, the air fryer, bunch of different shit. Just this was like the drink station, and it kind of worked out like that. Like, and I really tried hard to get it right. We had the coffee filters, coffee, and I'm the one that she does instant coffee. That's all she does is this one brand, this stuff right here, and she just mixes that Winco instant coffee and mixes it with hot water. And it's terrible. So I bought the coffee maker and the hutch and the filters and the sugar, the whole 9 yards. It's all me. And this was all unusable shit. And some of my stuff's, the second half of that is mine. But she told me to put it there, and I could put it in the room behind me. It's just, and this is the computer stuff that's been here the whole time. It was John's. And technically, I believe he said I could have it when he left. But it was more like, I don't give a fuck. But they both told me at different times I could plug up the printer and use the printer here. But it's not mine. This is her clothes. These are her tools. That's how I got into power too. Look right there. It's bolt cutters. Long ass 3-foot long bolt cutters. The chair is mine though. But I had that out for a buddy when he was friendly with me for like 2 days. And we got high, and then he wanted to drive off, and I tried to stop him from driving off, and now he's fucking throwing a shit fit and back to hating on me. But he respected me and said he agrees with me about like her being too dirty and freaking out about me cleaning, and she yells too much and is mean to him too, and yells and yells. She just yells and yells and yells, and she didn't used to do that. She changed, and what's happened is several months back in the fall, she drove off and left her other dog because her car was so full of shit she couldn't tell it wasn't in the car. And Matrix was there, but his mother wasn't in the car. She drove off and left him and never could find him. And she was already looking for the other dog, the second lost dog. I don't know the details on that one. She thinks someone has it or whatever, and has been obsessing with it for a year and a half. But she goes like every weekend to go around the neighborhood where it was last seen and knock on doors and shit. I'm serious. Like, she's obsessed with it. And I have video of me going with her to do it, but I wasn't aware of how pervasive it was and how long she would do it and how schizo she was at the time. I thought I would just help her look for a dog. It's actually the video of how I got her number from jail and got a hold of her and shit. But I helped her, but I didn't understand the depth of the story at that time, which was months and months ago. There was a comment by someone that this dude may have had her dog over here. Someone saw her with it one day, 6 months ago, 9 months ago, a year and a half now. And there is a chance someone over there had her dog at some time, but it's been a year or more. And the neighbors were bitching at each other like, yeah, I think it might be those guys over there or whatever. But there's nothing serious, like no serious investigation going on. But she just goes over there all the time and bothers them. And I helped her and put up flyers for her and knocked on doors and stuff and got my own brush down on it. And it's a bad neighborhood. Like, the neighbors fucked with me for being there, too. And she made it out like she thinks she knows where the dog is. And they had her dog, and she had pictures and stuff. And then she was, when I first went with her, I initially thought that she knew that where the dog was and couldn't get it back because they were intimidating her. And I was like, look, I'll take your dog back. Like, I don't fuck around with that. But then it turned into a wild goose chase, and she didn't really know where it was. She was just hopeful and going on rumors and whatever. And she put up flyers and posters, and I didn't understand the depth. I did kind of know she was schizo from day one because she said the shit about being married to Steve McQueen and all that. But it was so obvious. Like, she pursued me. She gave me a ride home from jail. That's how we met. She saw me coming out of jail barefoot to have pity on me. Drove me back to my motorcycle in Lake Forest. I went off and got it and handle my shit. My bike was in, my shoes were on the bike, so it was just back to normal all of a sudden. And then we changed numbers. I gave her my business card and everything, but I thought, like, well, she's crazy, what do I do? I'm not going to pursue a woman. Like, it's not there's an ugly one. Like, I'm not interested like that. But then she called me and asked me to help her go look for her dog. And I'm a sucker and a softie. So I was like, I could do that. She was nice, and she gave me a ride home and shit. And she didn't make me pay for my portion of dinner. We were going to split dinner, or like Denny's or something, and she paid the whole bill. And then when she wanted me to go out, she asked me over a steak dinner. She took me to Sizzler, and she paid the whole thing there, too. She knew I was poor and was helping me out and wanted me to go with her to look for the dog. And I did it and got to know her better. And that was at that point there, after I'd gone and I made video of her putting up new posters about her lost dog in the neighborhood. I think it's like Baldwin Park area. And I went to jail from my apartment. I got set up with my apartment and moved in there. And I went to jail over calling for help for my stalkers. I was scared that Rob was messaging me, and he's one of the traveling ones. He's one of the heavily armed ones. So I called the cops. They ended up beating me up and taking me to jail. And I remember, hey, well, I did that video with her, and I have someone watch the video and get the phone number off her poster, and I call her, and from jail and shit, and she ends up bailing me out. And I was a good boy. I gave her all her money and paid off the whole bail. And immediately they dropped the charges. They just threw out. It was like 18 felonies. The assault an officer, resisting and obstructing, assault and battery things for fighting with cops because they beat me up and tackled me and shit in my front at my house after I called them because the stalkers were on another one. And bro, I was like, there's certain ones when they bother me, I'm like, okay, this dude is a violent paramilitary type guy that has a bunch of real guns for sure, and says he's going to hurt me and my kind, and it's dead serious. There's no level of threat higher than this beyond an attempt on my life. So you do not understand the level of threat. This is the king of all threatening interactions. Raging Rob is fucking crazy. And he's a long-distance truck driver, and he goes around, and over the course of the many years he's been bothering me, he's made multiple videos, at least 3 that I found and published, like recently published, where he's in California, like one on the Hollywood Walk of Stars, one down in Wilmington, the transit area, the Long Beach transit shipment, cargo stuff. He's a truck driver. So... and there was another one, I forget what that was. He made video of himself in California. And hey, Mr. Woods, he's the ones that does the S on my name. Let you know I'm in your neighborhood. And those were dotted at different times, years apart, since 2015. So, and it's the one talking that she brags about talking to. Like, he's one of the most prolific of all of them. It's only the hardcore Troll Brigade members, Richard, Lorraine and Colleen Taylor, Lorraine Morris, Colleen Taylor, Gag Garden Earth guy, who's Robert A. Smith, Lou Stefano. That's it. That's the core Troll Brigade Mafia members, and they pull in other people. And like Lou and Richard both knew Raging Rob or whatever, and he got pulled in on the side. He wasn't technically Troll Brigade Mafia, but Joker World Order or something like that. But that's the core group. And he's the worst of the non-core members of the Troll Brigade Mafia. So of all the long list, the 9+ years of stalking, and all the harassment, the single worst add-on bully. And everyone's just like, whatever, we don't care. Like this dude is fucking trouble. And it ain't just me that says that. He's violent. He's said he's gonna hurt people, and he's heavily armed. Like we know he's armed. He's got many videos of him shooting, and many of with guns and with other people that also were. And I don't really. Once you're a big dude, like I don't really care. You don't need a gun to be dangerous. You could hit someone in the head with a brick. But it's I'm gonna kill faggots and stuff and libtards. Like, that's the problem part. So yeah, but he's armed too, just to give you an idea of what he's thinking, what he's capable of. Like, he wants you to know, I'm a threat. Alright, you are. Yeah, you're crazy and armed. Okay, noted. And he said he was going to bully this woman, and then they ended up teaming up together to hate on me. Everyone hates me so much they overcome the hate for each other. But they betray each other too, left and right. They'll all fuck each other. And my whole life is going to hell because I did some basic cleaning. I'm not a clean freak. I'm not obsessive. Anyone who knows me knows that. I would call it barely adequate. And I was just like, this is too much. I got to clean this up. And I did a good job. I was really respectful of it. And she just laughed in my face and started shrieking. And that's it. Like, she wouldn't even look at what I did. She saw that there was no more pile of stuff. She got a lot now. I started this video. There's no more big giant pile of stuff. Or was it? Actually, now it probably is somewhat made a comeback. She hoards. She goes to dumpster diving and puts shit in her car and brings it back here and dumps it in there. And she's got mad shit. It's crazy how bad she hoards. And I condensed it all down and was real careful. I got banker's boxes, these nice boxes with tops that pull off of stuff. And I spent a whole day filling them up with random crap. There was a whole box of car supplies, 2 boxes of pills and creams and whatever, and I carefully boxed it up. But that does, when it's just shit thrown in there left and right, it doesn't sit very well and it makes a huge mound. But when you take each individual item and put it in a box one at a time, so it's full to the brim and squared up, and there's 2 boxes of the cosmetic stuff, and they're to the brim, like a little, like think of a single-use toothpaste or, you know, small stuff. Very hotel toiletries, a lot of them. I've saved every little thing, but it all condensed down really well and it looked different. So she just flipped on that alone. I didn't throw anything out. Like the box of papers and stuff, I said every piece of paper, every receipt, everything you could even remotely question. And yeah, there's the money in there too. There's some cash. But yeah, I'm not going to take your fucking cash. I'm not going to steal a little lady's money. Hell no. And there's a bunch of change. Palpable, like a bunch of change. But that's just, there's one box with papers, receipts, remote control, digital little boxes, things, the cash, just how I organized by using the boxes in the most efficient way as I could. Like the high value box. And every receipt paper, everything of fucking value, for sure. And there's no way she could have known where anything was because it was so scattered. And it may be exhaustive to search for that one little receipt paper, something that she needs now to return, so I don't know, whatever. But I made no judgment. I just saved every little thing and did a really good job. And then she melted the fuck down without even looking at it. Because she didn't, she saw the difference in the pile. Big, comical pile to organized boxes, and she just melted down. That's all this is. I did a really good job, and I just can't take getting yelled at and fucking bullied and she won't look. She's just being super stubborn. And she's sabotaged everything. She could have gotten the doctor. I released the video of us discussing it. At the same time, her berating her other roommate for turning on me for being gay. And also, like, trying to telling him I'm gay. Look, I don't identify as gay, and just because I'm technically LGBTQ, I do not identify as gay. And he specifically went with faggot. A heavy, like 30 fucking times, faggot. I don't act faggoty, okay? I'm not effeminate. I'm actually more like of a woman hater. I hate women so much that I can't deal with them. Which is another weird thing with a relationship, like me and this woman and stuff. Like, I'm not a romantic. Like, I'm a whore. You'd have to pay me to do something. Tables turned in my life. But even that, which is another weird thing to come to it. Yeah, I used to be a prostitute, but I got hit by the car a decade ago, and I'm, 3 years into that, I'm fucked off. The first 6 months or whatever actually was still kind of skinny, but you start to chunk up real quick. And it was a bad 6 months. Like 2013 was the end of my young days. Oh, and again, I took the microwave. And right now, I thought like maybe I could pop popcorn. It's one of the basic things I just happen to have in the cupboard. And that's awful easy. And they're not supposed to do that. When I looked, and that was another illegal lockout type thing. Kitchen access, I definitely had it. And who cares if I nuke a bag of popcorn? Minus the fact that you might, they're not here. Yeah, actually, if you smell it. But I'm generous as fuck with all my shit. And like, if they asked, I'd fucking make them a bag. Like, we're not adversaries. The hoarder is having a meltdown because I cleaned her shit up. And if everyone would get together and the community would help support me in this and just talk some sense into her and be like, look, you're going to sabotage everything and ruin everything. Change your mind. Let him clean up. He's no clean freak. He'll just keep it barely acceptable. And chill the fuck out. Like, you're schizo, you're crazy. Learn to live. You don't have to let it ruin your life. Just overcome it. All she has to do to overcome it right now is to knock it the fuck off. She could fix everything, because she will not get evicted here if she does the caretaker thing. And she said she would. She's supposed to. And I was supposed to do for the other dude before, but she ran her mouth, and that's also, that's her. So, I can't control what happened, but I came and moved all my stuff in, and she started it with her gossiping. Because remember, I would have had the forms filled out and everything, but then then my lease would be acknowledged by, it'd just be straight up, here's a year's lease. Or did I say 2? I forget. We're both crazy, but I'm different. I'm not stupid. I'm autistic. I'm retarded, yeah. But I'm not stupid. She doesn't know anything about finances. She doesn't know anything. I'm forgetting something. Should I do something? Okay. She got suckered an 11% mortgage. And I did a bunch of research, and I found out like a way that she can get over that and just destroy her mortgage. What you can do is, she's an old customer at 2 different banks, and you can get credit lines. And you go and you get a $5,000 or $10,000 credit line, and she puts that credit line. It's her main bank where she deposits her paycheck every month. So her paycheck is servicing the loan. It's automatic. There's no bill to pay out of it. Just all your money rinses through the account to pay the service. And then you use that chunk to pay off the principal lump sum up front. So it's not accruing interest. In a high interest loan, this will work even better. And then you run it for the year. And then you do it again. And it's knocking off the $10,000 per year. And you easily go through that. It pays off the principal ahead of time. So like 4 or 5 years of doing that can mostly eliminate the home loan. So even though it's a horribly high percentage, you can get into it so much quicker, doing big chunks up front quick, that it doesn't have time to accrue the interest. So, and with a minimal amount, that's such a small, it's the $86,000 was the total, and she had paid like $1,800, $2,000 down, $1,800 plus closing costs, whenever it's $1,800 equity down, which is nothing, which is just tiny equity. But if she came in and paid $10,000, and the loan is serviced just automatically at your normal paycheck, or retirement or whatever. It wouldn't really matter, but it just amplifies the effect of your money. Watched a whole little documentary on that. Like, if you have good equity and you have a mortgage and you're paying interest, like, and you have a credit line, you're burning money. You're that money that you don't. The repayment rate. It's an exponential thing. If you're doing it, so when you pay 15 years early on the principal, it has an amplified effect. Oh, and that doesn't change your payment. Instead of just paying your monthly payment, you continue to pay your monthly payment, but you borrow a chunk of money and pay it on the principal from the bank, and you continue paying it, but it's just you're going cycling through your bank account as servicing the loan. So you're just taking chunks of the high interest loan and switching for a lower interest. Because she's going to get 5% on that versus her 11% crazy bad mortgage. It would be way worth it. Oh well, just one. She's crazy with the hoarding, and she buys hundreds of dollars worth of expired ketchup and just burns money on shit for no reason. And I told her, like, I'll fix everything. Like, some of the dishes are mine. I bought some nicer stuff, and I'm a good bull. We both like the thrift store and stuff. And she has an air fryer and stuff, and I told her, I don't know how to use that shit, but I'll learn it. And I'll just tell me what time you get home. I'll have dinner ready. I'll take care of everything. And I got the other dude, the John dude that hated on me for being gay. He was always begging for money and having her take him out and getting money off of her and shit. And I'm like, I'm not only am I good, you want dinner ready when you get home? You want a steak? Like, would you like me to cook extra? And I insisted when we were at Goodwill. I saw this cute little lunch bag that has a tray and an ice pack and just a nice lunch box. It was real cheap at Goodwill, and I got that for her. Like, look, I'll cook extra dinner and I'll put a meal in the fridge for you to take to work. But she doesn't care because she gets cafeteria food from the old people home. Like, she gets free food, so it's not really a thing to her, even though she complains about the quality. But I was doing my part so good. And I'm not the cleanest of people, but I am clean enough, and I clean my shit. Like, it's in good shape, and I don't leave messes, and I do the dishes, and I got all the stuff, the soap. I need some more. Actually, I need scratchy pads, but that's just one little thing, and I will. I have. Oh, and she took the soap today. Just the dish soap, the green dish soap. Like, don't wash dishes. I feel I got the right to the month. We got court dates pending, and I'm going to be fucked when I leave. So I just let my money stack. No deposit. No. So I'll get one more. I've got some money saved a little bit. Need a little more. When I get my next disability, I have the figures for a U-Haul, I'll just grab the 26-foot big giant U-Haul, and I'll load up everything and put my bikes on them. I'll get straps. U-Haul place, and I've got that tab pulled up, I think. If I can do it in a 10 by 10. Oh. I've checked on the rules on the bikes. It has to be drive-up access. And this is a 237 one, 10 by 10 drive-up access. So yeah, like that's... I would like a bit more. I wanted, this is 10 by 15 right here, and it's on first floor, and it's $1 cheaper. And then the next indoor one is $573 for a 10 by 25 mega one. Oh well. Could always get a second one. Me and my fat mouth, I should have kept my mouth shut and just kept them bikes in there anyway, but I double checked on the rules, and they said drive up access for gasoline bikes to go in, for real motorbikes, and it's cheaper, and I asked him where that is and stuff, like, and that will be big enough for all my stuff in both bikes, and it's $1 cheaper. I might dicker with them over that. The summer months are the easiest to be homeless. It rarely rains. Like, it's the perfect 3 months to be homeless. 4 months, 5 months. I'm a soldier, we all know. I've got my bags packed. I packed up my hammock and my straps and blanket. Everything but mat. You have to have a foam mat. It's just too bulky to put in one of my luggage pieces. Oh, and I have this cool Amazon thing coming. This could be a game changer. The hammock changed my life. The hammock was just magic. Today, 8 p.m., it's a hammock stand and it folds up in a little duffel bag. You can get bug nets on these, which is another summer problem that you get when you sleep outdoors. And it comes with a hammock. Not that I don't have them, but this one has like a spreader bar. And since I have the motorcycle, look familiar. Like, dude, if it works, I could pinch off. If I adjust my sleeping, I could pinch off anywhere. I could go, I just hit the gas and go up one of these mountains and just get off on a little side, just littlest anywhere, and set up. I already thought about it because I have a tarp and I can just use the bike, the foot, have it cave over. Like, I can make a quick shelter real quick, maybe even watertight. Carry bag included, collapsible design, easy notch adjustments. Now those memorized instantly, like just what's the best setting, and I see what they did, and that, because it's a short range of potential pitches, so I'll see which one feels best, and it looks like it might work, and it says 600 pounds, so shut up. And I see this is one of the things that sold me. That ball bearing, noise-free ball bearing, I could rock in this thing. Rock side to side. When you first start doing hammocks, the swinging thing is cool. You rock yourself sometimes. Tranquilo, only 140. If it works, I thought about it. I want it to be bare minimum because it's portable, but it just goes to 51 inch, 7.5 inch. I can put that behind my ass on the bike, and then make it slightly awkward, like if I could get some angle on it. We'll see, but it's not going to be very heavy. And I have a complete kit already in this kit. It's heavy, but it's a very complete. It's the hammock, straps, backup straps, the overhead tarp, series of stakes and several ground stakes, like 10 ground extra, the mallet, the rubber mallet to dry stakes, guy lines. I need a knife in there, but I have a knife somewhere, and it's got a fire striker and everything. It's the one. So I'm gonna adjust it a little bit, put that knife in there. And this is the shelter kit. So this and that, and I can sleep. That'd be so portable. So portable. And I see how they did it. That's not complicated. And most likely it's going to be just the biggest setting or whatever for me. We'll see. But and I've already had plenty of big swinging hammocks. Like, I don't have to be able to swing much, but it might work. On ball bearings, I can see how that would work. I mean, rollerblade bearings, which is another thing that I've got to. There's a skate park really close to here, and before I leave, I should really fucking make myself go over there and just... So if you do the math, that's 140, and I have the setup of a $20, $30 roof, $25, $30 hammock, 60 ground stakes, and the mallet, and then archway, probably 100 here, like 250-ish, call it. And that's your sleep gear. And I can do hundreds of nights with that. And the hammocks are surprisingly durable. And $250 would only pay for 2 nights in a hotel. 2. 1, 2. But this is all paid for, by the way. That's included in my budget. Like, I don't until I'm calculating that next month, after I pay the credit card, I'll have $1,000 additional, and I have a little chunk now, and that'll do, because it's not too expensive to rent a U-Haul. It should be like $125, and I just got the big truck because it's not that far now. The storage unit's the big expense. Get insurance for that. which I need anyway. I got my clothes clean. She told me not to use the washer and dryer. She complained about the washer and dryer, and then fell in love with it and started using it all the time and said, don't touch it, it's mine. But I used it anyway. Like, fuck it, dude. I put in money on this, and I put in more. I got $80 in on it, and I've watched 3 loads of laundry. 3. And she's got a lot of room to work. She paid out. She got a washer and dryer installed and working for $200. I covered the extra and did all the work, and she wanted me to spend $600 on a set, and that wouldn't have included the install kit, and that wouldn't have included getting it here. We would have had to rent a truck or something. So we're talking literally $700 plus, $800 maybe, $650 for just with the install kit, plus whatever it takes to get it here. Something, I think. I don't know. Hey, did you read my letter of what essentially my demands are, what I'm asking for? Did you read the paper? We have to have like basic communication. That's why I wrote it out, to make sure it was emotionless as possible. We need to coordinate. It didn't mess the air conditioner, thank goodness. 70 degrees. Well, she's giving me no information. She just, like we saw in the video, freaked out and yelled, "Get out!" So I can't just magically snap my fingers and make that happen. I drive a fucking motorcycle. I need to get a storage unit and a big moving truck, and probably help. I'll probably pay people to help me. But there's no point in doing it. It's going to be, negative to me. I'm shutting off. I've paid big money for the internet and my services. Everything costs money. My Netflix and stuff is part of other stuff, but that comprises part of its price. It's whatever. I have it. And PlayStation's $25 a month. It actually gives me a lot of stuff, and I got some extra bonus content from streaming the free games of the month. Whatever. That part through my business. I'm really close to getting the 1,000 subscribers and back to months. It's a bug. Fly swatters right there. I'm prepared. And that could be life-changing and give me purpose and direction and all this. So if you could share, subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. Get us a couple of friends. I only need 60 people. That's it. Every video gets a couple hundred views, and a lot of you aren't subscribed, I know. just hit the subscribe button. It's only fair. I used to have big ones, but the bullies messed it up. I'm trying. Of course, they always hide. They can sense it. They can sense it. It has the smell of dead bugs on it. It can detect it. Oh. Anyway, I'm making this a pain for myself. I'm making it abnormally long, but that was crazy that I heard it. So why don't I do it tomorrow and take off all my shit and throw it into storage and go be homeless? Because it's a waste of a whole bunch of money, and this internet's 90. I'm going to call them back in a couple of days to talk to them about the cell phone thing. Remember the $1,000 cell phone thing? They have free service and financing for the phone for a year because the internet here, but I'm leaving. I got to cover all that. So I already took care of it. I took care of the whole thing. But I'm supposed to get this crazy big bonus back later. They said, first give us the money, later you get your rebate. And rebates are easy to fuck off, and the phone I sent in, she did fuck up. So it was kind of fucked up. So, anyway, hopefully all that gets straightened out. But I paid the equipment, the cabling, the extra in here. I needed 2 different things, long cable and an extra cable, because I hardwired the laptop and the PlayStation, and I ran the long cable from the modem to the Wi-Fi hub right behind the TV here, and used the hardwire ports for the laptop and the PlayStation. And so I'm in $100 there, and 20-foot cable is expensive to go around the room, and I've paid $91 a month for the internet, which is the best internet. It's more expensive than the other, but they have 500 and they have 1,000, and I got the 1,000 because I'm like, fuck it, Call of Duty every frame. And I did a lot of work. I've done a lot of shit, and I keep trying to do streams and stuff. So basically I can get some more work done, and when I cross that 1,000 threshold, I can start getting some money. And I had 25,000 views last month, and that's worth a bit more than $100 times 450. $4.50 is my CPM, cost per mil, unit of 1,000 monetized views. So 20 times $4.50. Hold on. No, it's 25,000. Yeah, it was more. It was a lot more than 20,000. And I can get that consistently. I can get 30,000 views a month. That's $120, $130. But that's only from Google AdSense, not the Patreon, which is rental of $4. I could use another one on there. One is twice as much as 2 as far as numbers as donor. And seriously, it was one dude. There's PayPal, and I have crypto stuff. And if you're interested in getting into crypto, I can send you a link, and you can get some free money, and I can get some free money. And if you need a credit card, I got a real credit card, and I could get you one to show you like a prepaid credit card for if you're poor and you want to start building your credit, which is a good advisable thing to do. It's learn about credit and build one. I can send you a link for that, and you'll get some free money, and I'll get some free money. Even Crazy Hoarder Bitch did that. And yeah, I was responsible, and I asked her when I did that, you don't have a problem with credit card debt or anything, do you? And she said no, and filled it out. And she did it right, obviously, because I got the money. $100. But no, it's a legitimate credit card company with all the perks, and she got free money too. So, as long as she trusts herself with credit. But she maybe not, because she bulk buys ketchup. It's hard to explain. She way overbuys shit. And she would give me stuff too. Back before she stayed with me. Did I get to that part in the story earlier? I don't think I did in this broadcast. Back when I was helping her look for a dog and stuff, I went to jail and got bailed out by her, and was still homeless at that point. But then got the apartment, and she ended up homeless, and let her move in with me. And I was the only person, literally my only visitor the entire time there. I don't, except for the stalkers coming outside and sitting outside the window and harassing me. But that is a different story, and the management said they wouldn't even trespass them. So that's on. But no, literally the only person I had visiting the entire time I was there. As long as you don't count the Amazon driver or the Domino's guy. These filming saves your ass because it proves what you were doing during a span of time. By coincidence, this time, they can't say I said nothing. They're like, we need to coordinate. We have to do basic communication. And there's a no negative contact restraining order. And I talked to the cops about that, and they're like, yeah, so faggots out, but basic, we need to discuss the game plan. But they did the wrong things in court and didn't serve me right and whatever. And it doesn't matter. Like, she just says these rooms are haunted and she can't deal with them. No, I'm just making it long as fuck because it's going to be hard on me to upload. I hate that. But I hear something. Low. You know what? I heard something 4 or 5 times. I need to... Oh. I thought I heard something.
Turn off the air conditioner right now. We don't need the air conditioner on right now.
No, the air conditioner's automatic. It goes to a specific point and stops.
Just leave it like that. Don't be turning it on. It's already this late. It's cold outside. Why would you want it cold in here?
It only runs until it reaches the set temperature.
You have to think about others. Don't think for yourself here.
Okay, just raise it a few degrees.
Again, you're abusing your hand.
Just raise it a few degrees.
No, you're abusing your hand.
Anyway, we need to coordinate what's going on.
I don't have nothing to say to you. After
Well,
you've been talking a bunch of stories about me, I have nothing to say to you. Please, can you just...
What do you mean, bunch of stories about you?
Can you desist from speaking to me, please?
I'm not. I need to talk to Romana then.
I have nothing. She has nothing to say to you too.
We need to coordinate what's going on. Look, when I move out of here, it's going to be bad news for me. We all know it. I got to just, throw everything away. I pay big money for utilities, getting AC fixed, the internet, and when it's off, it gets cut off. And I need to arrange.
You haven't paid rent. She doesn't want your rent because she wants you gone.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I would have a grace period.
Well, there it is. Right,
I would have a grace period.
It could be 2 rooms for $500 when it should be over $1,200.
Well, it's not. You've interrupted my... Yes, I could have made an office and done my business stuff, but I didn't really... I'm not really doing it.
Mr. Colton Woods, can you please desist from speaking to me? Or speaking to her?
We need to have some basic stuff planned out. Like, we have court later this month.
Can you please desist from speaking to us? We do not have any intention of speaking to you.
With a lawsuit thing, you're supposed to make a request to the other party before you resort to it.
Mr. Woods, for the 3rd time, can you please desist from speaking to us?
Just listen to my requests.
Mr. Colton Woods, can you
Just
please
listen to it. Let me tell you all what I want out of the situation so you know what I'm offering.
After all those stories,
Facilitate my move. Pay to get me a truck in the storage unit and a couple of dudes for an afternoon.
Just like you put the utilities in your name, you're gonna.
That's going to cost me. It's about $138, I believe it was. Yep.
Nope.
Huh?
You're not going to pay anything.
What do you mean?
You're planning to just switch it. Mr. Colton.
No. I've got really good credit. I will pay every penny of what. No, the hunt. You're lying. I pay.
Are you using the kitchen right now?
Not now, but actually, I want to use the microwave.
Go to your space. No, you're gonna have to get your own microwave.
That's bullshit. You can't.
The way you've been messing this microwave with all that food that you leave in there after it explodes, after you cook food in there.
What are you talking about? I just want to microwave something.
No, sir. Get your
pancakes.
You're ruining things. You're overusing this AC, all this system.
Hey, I'm paying for it, so
no,
you're welcome. Just say thank you,
so,
and it's cool.
So it's 10 o'clock right now. You still have to have it on, right? We walk.
It's
out
a
here.
thermostat.
No,
it
sir.
runs on its own when it gets
sir.
over a certain temperature. Just raise it 2 or 3 degrees, whatever it is. It says 71 degrees.
Stop trying to set it where it kind of keeps going off automatically.
Yeah, if you set it too low, it keeps running. Yeah, so I said raise it a few degrees, but
the room,
it says 71. That seems fine to me.
Whatever degree you want it to be, it's in that room. It's not in the entire house.
Actually, yeah, it is warmer back there than it is out here.
Go back there and then assume that situation over there.
Actually, if you notice, I'll leave my door open.
Colton Woods, please.
It gets.
Stop? I don't want to have no intention of talking to you. Please, desist from speaking to me.
Well, just listen to my demands on that.
I do not. We don't want to.
Towards the end of the month,
we will see you
get me a moving van, and I'll pack up my shit.
We will see you at the court date, and I will.
Yeah,
see
that also, of course, yeah.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You're being too dramatic for no reason. I just filed the papers because the police told me I needed to do it, and I was like, do what the cops say, because they're not going to listen to you. If you don't do what they want, they're not going to listen to you. So like, okay, I'll fill out the papers, but I'm only asking for what's fair. You do need to get this phone off me. The Galaxy S23 Plus. It's got your phone number on it. It's a $1,000 phone. I'll give you some incredible deal on it, whatever. But it's got your number on it. And look, let's just be reasonable.
Mr. Colton Woods, the judge will speak to the judge about all these things, okay? I already have a lot of things written down when it comes to that. And the judge will hear at my side. So please desist on speaking to us.
Yeah, but I basically got her phone. We need to get that hammered out. Like, make a plan on that. Why?
We have a court date. Please desist on speaking to us.
Yeah, I'm not sure the judge is going to want to. That's small claims. I have to sue you for a cell phone, but I have your phone and your number, and it's as simple as, oh, and I talked to this cable company, the Spectrum people. They said we can switch. If she turns on the internet, she can keep the free, so it just becomes her number, and it's free. And the services here will then be in her name. And I'll have them, they're paid through pretty much the end of the month anyway. So if we do that transition this month and she takes over Spectrum here, which you'll need to if you...
We have a court date, Mr. Colton Woods. Please, can you desist on speaking to us?
Yeah.
All the fabrication of every stuff, concocting stories that you're making about me, and even the manager told me that she's been seeing stuff about me now.
I don't know what you're talking about, but please document anything.
Even the manager, this Debbie here at this place said that. And if she said it, it's because she must have seen something you're coming up with. So
I never lie on anyone. I don't.
We have a court date.
Are you talking about Romana calling you my gay lover because you showed me a little bit of respect? That's the only thing I recall saying about you.
Woods, can you please stop?
Yeah.
Refrain yourself for your room and just let us be. I want to have some dinner right now.
You know, I do too, but I got cold pancakes and I can't eat them up because you took the microwave.
I'm going to make my own food. Can you please desist?
Yeah, well, put the microwave back so I can make mine. I'll wait.
Desist from speaking to me?
Yeah, I'll cut your deal. Put the microwave back. You can have the kitchen, but then later on, when you're done, I'll microwave my pancakes.
No, we're just being civil. We're not being buddy-buddy here.
No, I'm not buddy-buddy. The microwave's part of the kitchen. You can go first, but...
How many times can I ask you, please, to stop?
Yeah, just have the microwave hooked up. Have the microwave hooked up.
I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, you don't have to. Just put you go first in the kitchen, but later tonight I'm gonna need to microwave my shit. So just put it back like it was. Cut him off on the end of it, will he? I don't know. I'll go in there and fucking pick it up and do it. You're not gonna take the. Okay, I've paid. I've got all this stuff. It's working, and we're not joking about the power. It's in my name. People trip on a little bit of money, but my fat ass for the air conditioning. It's one. I have a whole chunk for the whole segment before, which was a good couple of weeks. It's $138. That's $100 here. As a matter of motherfucker, hold on. He said something about me skipping out. Something like. I'm not gonna dodge. Oh, I have messages on Auto Trader. Where the hell?